later, same old result. Prepped to perfection. New York bred on a roll. All this coming up this week on Horses and Courses.
This is the OTB Television Network.
One back, boss.
The Off-Track Betting Television Network presents Horses and Courses, OTB Thoroughbred News with your host, Jack Wolfeseater. And now with a look at this week's news in the thoroughbred industry, here's Jack.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. And for the, third weekend end in a row, this past weekend, racing on the East Coast and the middle part of the country, the Midwestern states, just decimated with terrible, terrible weather. We got to go to Southern California for some turf racing and down to South Florida for some turf racing. And then we even get more bad weather in Northern California. We're surrounded, folks, and of course, we all know what we got here in the great Northeast last weekend as well. Give us a break. Much too early for this stuff. At any rate, the races, of course, do go on, whether it's on the grass or in the soup. We'll take a look at all of the stake races around the country from this past weekend and keep you up to speed on what our stake horses are doing. Let's start things off by showing you two of those grass races we mentioned down in South Florida, the 3-year-olds in action in the Axthelm and the Francis A. Genter. The Axthelm is the 3-year-old boys, the Genter for the gals. They're both at 7.5 furlongs and both are 100 granders. The Axthelm was the first race run as the 7th race last Saturday afternoon in Miami. So here's Phil Saltzman with the call.
And they're off in the Pete Axthelm handicap. Toward the inside, Special Occasion moves forward the lead. Moving up on the outside, that's Topaz Runner. Then between horses, it's Statesmanship. On the inside, that's Unreal Moment. To the outside, Dos Arturos. 2 lengths back, Inkatha saves ground. Then it's another 2 lengths to the inside. That's Asset Allocation. Another length back to the outside to Just a Gigolo. Then hugging the hedge comes Bonnie's Bag. Outside of him is Envy of the Crown. Then it's a length and a half back to Running Ryan and 3 lengths to the trailer, Grassroots. They went the first quarter in 23-2. The pace not particularly fast as they move up the backstretch. Special Occasion leads by a length on the outside. Topaz Runner is second. Then to the inside, Statesmanship is third. Half length to the outside, Unreal Moment is fourth. It's 2 lengths back to the inside. That's Inkatha. Then on the far outside, that's Dos Arturos. It's another length back to the hedge to Asset Allocation, then 3 more lengths to the inside. It's Bonnie's Bag. They went the half in 46 3/4 of a mile to go in the Pete Axthelm handicap. On the inside, Special Occasion still holds a short lead. Moving up on the outside, Topaz Runner down the middle of the course. Here comes Inkatha with a rush, and now Inkatha gets the lead as they move past the 8th pole. It's Inkatha leading by a length. On the outside, Statesmanship moves up second to the inside, Topaz Runner. Here comes Running Ryan belatedly. They come to the wire, it's Inkatha. He takes the Pete Axthelm.
Inkatha, 2-length score here, sent off at 5-2. Gary Belanger in the irons for Niall O'Callaghan. This guy won a race during the Saratoga season this past summer. Statesmanship from Chris Clementsbon finishes second with a very, very tough trip on the inside there, and might have, if he had gotten through, might have been a lot closer and perhaps even won the race. Tough racing luck for Statesmanship. Topaz Runner finishing in the show spot. Running time for Inkatha, his 7.5 panels to start the program off this week, 1:27 and 4. All right, the 9th race, the 3-year-old fillies in the Francis A. Genter handicap. Again, 7.5 on the grass and another 100 grander. And again, Mr. Salzman has the call.
And they're off in the Francis Genter handicap. In the middle of the course, Oh My Butterfly moves forward the lead on the extreme outside. More Silver rushes up. Next comes Miss Popcorn. Then toward the inside, that's Dance for Thee. Between horses, Colonial Minstrel. Toward the far outside, that's Affair with a Flair. To the inside, it's Big Music. Then it's a length and a half back to the hedge. That's Sweet Jab next. Then it's 2 lengths back to Bas Bassonia, another length and a half to the inside. It's Queen Scepter, and the trailer is V Formation. They went the first quarter in 23-1. They head up the backstretch, and it's More Silver playing Catch Me If You Can, leads by 2. Miss Popcorn is second at the hedge. That's Oh My Butterfly, a length to the outside, Dance for Thee. Then it's another length and a half back toward the far outside. That's Affair with a Flair. On the inside, it's Big Music. Then Bas Bassonia, it's another length back to the outside to Almost Skint moving up. It's another 2 lengths to the inside. That's Sweet Jab. Then comes Queen Scepter, and 4 lengths back, it's V Formation. The half in 46-1 past the quarter pole, top of the stretch of the Francis A. Genter handicap. And with the lead, it's still More Silver by a length. Trying to get off the hedge. Oh My Butterfly now angles out, comes on next. Then moving from between horses, that's Colonial Minstrel on the far outside. It's Bas Bassonia. In deep stretch, it's Oh My Butterfly. She's going to take the Francis Genter. More Silver was second. It was close for the show.
Oh My Butterfly, Al Toribio in the irons for a 2-length score, sent off at 12-1. Very nice. Ding! $30.40 for Manny Tatora's Oh My Butterfly, getting her first stake win. She was 4th down at Calder, as where she does all her running in the recently run Powder Break handicap, and now winning the Genter. More Silver was second. Bas Bassonia finishing in the 3rd spot. Oh My Butterfly, her 7.5 panels in 1:28 and 2. In Laurel, on Saturday afternoon, the Stefanita handicap was the featured race. Fillies and mares, they're sprinting 7/8 of a mile, 75,000. The added purse is Dave Rodman in Maryland describing this one for us.
And they're off. Darlene Friend and Weather Vane were away together. Here's Scary Ann moving up the inside. Belle de Saloy and Palette Knife is next. Followed on the outside by Secret Prospect. It's 3-length gap. Back to Julie's Brilliance and Eileen's Countess. And up in 8th is the trailer, about 10 lengths from the leaders. Weather Vane, the leader along the rail, and Mario Pino leading Darlene's Friend by a half length. Palette Knife is chasing the pace. Scary Ann from the rail in 4th. Belle de Saloy is in between. And here is Secret Prospect. She's beginning her advance. She is 4 lengths from the front, entering the far turn. Up in 8th is next, and Julie's Brilliance and Eileen's Countess. Heading round that far turn. Still Weather Vane out there. Weather Vane 3/4 from Darlene's Friend second, and Palette Knife is chasing third, just 2.5 from the front. Secret Prospect is 4th, still 4 lengths to close in. At the rail is Belle de Soleil. Up in 8th is kicking it in today. She's in between horses. And Secret Prospect is on the outside as they head for home. Still far back, though. They turn for home now. And it's Weather Vane. Weather Vane still there from Palette Knife. Secret Prospect way out in the center. Won't do it today. Not today for Secret Prospect. Weather Vane's full of run. Final furlong. Palette Knife on her outside. The only one with a chance to get her. Prado and Palette Knife on the outside. Pino and Weather Vane to the inside. Pino, Prado, Pino down to the line. Palette Knife, Weather Vane, Palette Knife. Close either way.
Here's Weather Vane, Mario Pino in the irons, hanging on by a nose. Sent off at 6-1. That's almost a dead heat. We show you the photo there, folks, and wow. Weather Vane, 7 furlongs might really be taxing her distance limitations there, but she does hang on by a nostril for her 11th career win for Richard Delp. Palette Knife, heartbreaking loss there as she was just running down Weather Vane and just runs out of inches there as they hit the wire almost in unison. Belle de Soleil finishing in the show spot 1:24 and 2. Weather Vane and Palette Knife hitting the wire inches apart. All right, on Sunday afternoon in Maryland, the Northern Dancer Stakes was run. Mile and a furlong for our state breds, the 3-year-old state breds, and it is a 100-grander. Again, here's Dave Rodman with the call.
And they're off. Our Toby Boldecor on the extreme outside. A Little Luck has some early speed as well, and now Strong Enough is now hustled to show some early speed at the first turn, and Purple Passion from the rail post. Chesapeake County's right there, 3 wide around that turn. Our Toby's bumped around a little bit. Boldecor caught widest around that turn. Now at the rail, Stormy Cloud's only about 4 lengths from that lead. Now we go back to Jovestone and A Little Luck, who's 7 lengths from the front. Racing at the rail is Wolf Talk. A length and a half. Burst First is next. Lay Low, Halo is back there. Dr. Best and Megan's Buck is last of all, about 14 lengths off a solid pace. Purple Passion from the rail post position leading the way from Strong Enough, and Our Toby in third. Boldecor tracking along in fourth. At the rail, Stormy Cloud is up close fifth, 3 lengths from the lead. Chesapeake County, here's Prado on Jovestone, some 6-7 lengths off the lead. A Little Luck is on the outside of that one. Then we go back to Dr. Best and Burst First, followed by Late Low Halo. Wolf Talk has dropped back second last position. Nothing yet from Megan's Buck, who trails still by about 17. The New England Flash takes him around the far turn. Purple Passion bulleting on home now with 3.5 furlongs to go in the race. Strong Enough is under a drive second. Our Toby is third. Dr. Best ranging up on the outside in the white cap to the rail. That is Stormy Cloud, who battles away. And now Jovestone is going to try to kick it in. It's 2 more lengths. Go back to Lay Low Halo. Wolf Talk wide. Boldecor drops back. Top of the stretch. Purple Passion. Dr. Best coming to tackle that one on the outside. Jovestone is third. Dr. Best, Purple Passion, 3/16 to go. Jovestone is third. To the rail, Stormy Cloud is next in fourth, followed by Lay Low Halo. Dr. Best, Purple Passion. Purple Passion won't let Dr. Best by. Purple Passion digging in. Dr. Best, Jovestone is third. Lay Low Halo on the extreme outside. Purple Passion perseveres to win it. Lay Low Halo, Dr. Best, and Jovestone.
Hey, Purple Passion sent down from Boston specifically for this race. He had won some races at Suffolk, and among them the Topsider, and sent down to run against state breds at Laurel, and gets the job done for trainer Donald Barr. 3 in a row for Purple Passion. Al Cortez in the irons sent off the 8-5 faves. So those folks knew that New England was sending down a live one there. Lay Low Halo was second. Dr. Best finishing in the show spot. The Northern Dancer to Purple Passion in 1:52 and 2. All right, at the Meadowlands, the last Friday evening, the Jersey Blues Stakes was run at 1 mile 70 yards. These are 3-year-old fillies, 40,000 the guaranteed purse. Dave Johnson still calling the races at the Meadowlands as the call of the Jersey Blues.
As they straighten away in the lane, Dancing Water takes command again, draws clear by a length and a half. Broad Expectations coming up the inside is right there. Poopsie on the outside. Down the stretch to the wire. Dancing Water, wire to wire.
Dancing Water, Brent Bartram in the irons, a Silver Deputy 3-year-old filly trained by Mike Dickinson. Loves the slop and wires this field at a nice 10-to-1 ticket. $22.40 on Dancing Water for her length win. Poopsie was second. Broad Expectations finishing in the show spot. 1:40 and 4, the mile 70-yard time through that mess on Friday, and it didn't get any better on Saturday. We've got 2 for you. The first one, the 7th race from last Saturday evening in New Jersey, the Matt Scudder Stakes. Again, 1 mile 70 yards, 40 the guaranteed purse on the race, and these are 2-year-olds. Let's take a look. Again, here's Dave with the call.
Holman Way with the orange cap tipping to the outside for the drive. The Hall button scoots through at the rail, and down the stretch they come. It's maybe the Best Avey getting the front by a half length. With Perfect Companion on the inside, Holman Way gains a bit on the outside. In deep, deep stretch, maybe the Best Avey digging in, holding on.
Maybe the Best Avey, obviously a 2-year-old by Lord Avey. I don't know if he's the best or not, but his breeders certainly thought so, to name him like that. Gets the half-length score in the Matt Scudder. Chuck Lopez on board for trainer William Anderson. Perfect Companion and Omen Way will be the place and show runners in the race. Maybe the best AV goes the mile 70 yards in a minute 42 seconds flat. The Passaic County Stakes, the 9th race on Saturday's card. 3/4 of a mile, 3-year-olds sprinting here. Again, we have a $40,000 purse. And again, Mr. Johnson describes the race.
Capture the Gold rallies up on the outside and takes the lead. Exploding Win at the rail is second. The others are back. The half in 44 and 3. They're through the stretch past the 16th pole, and Capture the Gold captures the Passaic County Stakes. Photograph for the plate.
Capture the Gold gets the 2 1/4 length score. Tommy Turner in the iron, sent off at 2 to 5. This John Mazza trained 3-year-old son of Crafty Prospector is the overwhelming favorite and runs like it. Exploding Win and Alert David will be second and third. Capture the Gold captures the Passaic County in fine style in 1:09 and 3. All right, let's take our first break here. When we come out the break, we've got our action from Hawthorne, Louisiana Downs, Churchill, Bay Meadows, in Southern California, and back to the Big A as well. Lots more to come. Don't go away. Be right back after these messages.
This is the OTB Television Network.
Now, there's more racing into the wee small hours of the morning at Capital Off-Track Betting. Every Friday and Saturday night, there's live racing from Los Alamitos with quarter horse racing and thoroughbred racing from Australia. Beginning at 12 midnight, you can watch the racing from these two tracks on the OTB Television Network. And there's more. You can wager in advance each day at your nearest OTB branch location, and day and night each day with the Phone-A-Bet operation. Don't miss the live racing from Los Alamitos and Australia every Friday and Saturday at midnight with Capital Off-Track Betting.
Every spring, a miracle happens on breeding farms across New York State. Yearlings join the ranks of thoroughbreds and standardbreds, hoping to be in the winner's circle. Last year, Capital OTB contributed over $16 million to racetracks and breeding funds. The racing industry generates thousands of jobs and puts millions of dollars back into the local economy. So when you see this, remember, during the past 25 years, Capital OTB has provided over $200 million to help keep horse racing alive in New York State.
At Louisville, at Churchill, the Cardinal Handicap was the Saturday afternoon feature. Mile and a furlong on the turf for fillies and mares, and the turf listed as yielding. But remember, that course sand-based, so it can take a lot more moisture than some of the courses here on the East Coast can. $150,000, the added purse on the Cardinal. Here's Kurt Becker in Louisville describing the race.
And they're off. B.A. Valentine is away well with Dance Clear toward the inside. Palliser Bay is moving up with Romy on the far outside, and also KZ Bay out in the center of the course as they move by the stands for the first time. Palliser Bay moves up to challenge B.A. Valentine and now gets the lead from her by a neck. Romy goes third outside of Dance Clear, then KZ Bay, who stays outward from the hedge. Colcon is placed right down next to the hedge, 5 lengths off the lead. Then Gastronomical, a break of 3 lengths to War Thief, Barn Swallow, Valor Lady. Sagar Pride is tucked away near the back of the pack, and Tough Broad is last, some 15 lengths off the leader. The opening quarter went in 23 and 1, the half in 47 and 3. Palliser Bay on the lead 3/4 of a length. Romy inching forward second, the same margin, and KZ Bay stays toward the far outside in third. B.A. Valentine shuffled fourth on the inside, 3 lengths off the lead. Then Dance Clear, followed by Colcon, who's still 5 from the front and just inside of Gastronomical as they move on the far turn. 6 furlongs in 1:12 and 2. Palliser Bay, Romy, and KZ Bay from the inside out, joined by Dance Clear. Colcon looks for room, so does B.A. Valentine. Gastronomical has 3 lengths to make up, and Dance Clear, meanwhile, moves up on the far outside to get the lead. At the 8th pole, Dance Clear is chased by Colcon, who's diving toward the inside. As KZ Bay drops back, Valor Lady a late run with Sagar Pride. Dance Clear, short lead. Colcon, the closest threat on the inside. Here's the line. Colcon gets it.
Colcon from Billy Mott's Bond was 3rd in the Kelso against the boys in New York. Now goes down to Louisville in the Churchill and against her own sex and gets the score here by a half length. Jerry Bailey aboard Colcon, sent off at 9-5. The Daughter of Pleasant Colony wins the Cardinal. Dance Clear and Sager Pride will be 2nd and 3rd runners in the race. Colcon making the most of that boggy going, goes the mile and a furlong, 1:51 and 4. All right, now Sunday, the Colts turn to have their shot at the mile and an 1/8 grass racing. Another $150,000 added affair, and this is the River City handicap. So again, in Louisville, Mr. Becker has the call.
And they're off. Joyeux Danseur is away well toward the inside. George's Gold and Aboriginal Apex also moving up as Trail City is taken back from the early battle up front as they move through the stretch for the first time. George's Gold gets over next to the hedge and has a short lead, although Aboriginal Apex now moves by to lead it by almost a full length, and Trail City moves up a couple of spots into 3rd. Joyeux Danseur 4th down toward his inside. Then Casey Tibbs, Chrysalis House, Thesaurus, who's 7 lengths off the lead, followed by Same Old Wish, and the Valiant Prior is last. The opening quarter in 24 seconds. Moving on to the backstretch, Aboriginal Apex, the leader by a length and a half. Trail City is 2nd to head outside of George's Gold. Joyeux Danseur stays down toward the inside and 4th, just 2 lengths off the lead. A gap of 5 more back to Casey Tibbs, then Chrysalis House, Thesaurus, Same Old Wish, and the Valiant Prior. The half in 48 and 4/5 seconds. And here's Trail City into the far turn, up to challenge Aboriginal Apex for the lead. He's still got a half length to make up. Joyeux Danseur is 3rd toward the inside, 2 lengths off the leader, and now he changes lanes and goes toward the outside with a 1/4 mile to come. Aboriginal Apex and Trail City up front matching strides, and then Joyeux Danseur 3 lengths away as they come toward the 8th pole. Into the last furlong, Trail City the leader. Same Old Wish putting in a late run. Aboriginal Apex is there toward the inside. Trail City, Aboriginal Apex, Same Old Wish charging up on the outside. Same Old Wish pulls the mild upset and wins the River City.
Well, Bobby Barbera knows what to do with Same Old Wish. He'd been scratching his head all year long saying, how can I get this guy back to the winner's circle? Well, very simple, Bob. You had to wait till they ran the River City handicap again. Same old race, same old wish, same old result. Won the race last year and hadn't won since. Goes back-to-back River City handicaps for Bobby Barbera and Same Old Wish. Shane Sellers in the iron for the length score and sent off at 6-1 too. A little bit of a nice price there considering the horse had won this last year. Aboriginal Apex will be the place horse. Joyeux Danseur gets the photo for show there. Same Old Wish. Loves that turf course and the soft going. Goes the mile and a furlong in 1:50 and 4. In Chicago, a miserable Saturday afternoon last week. Oh, was it horrible. Right on the lake. The Hawthorne Juvenile Stakes was run at a mile and a 16th. Poor 2-year-olds were freezing their little tails off. $150,000, the guaranteed purse, so they had something to run for. Let's take a look as Kevin Gomer in Hawthorne has the frigid call of the Juvenile.
And they're off. Awkward start for One Way Love and Prairie Storm. They race to the clubhouse turn, and that's Roguish Prince who takes the early lead. Great Velvet running in second, and now Prairie Storm straightened away and is rushing up to challenge for the early lead. Well noted down at the rail is away in third. One Way Love is out in the center of the racetrack running in fourth. And then it is back to Middlesex Drive, who completes the top five, followed by Gray Eagle, who is racing in sixth, and Electric Light is seventh and last. They move around the turn, going to the backstretch, and leading the way, that is a Roguish Prince on top, 3/4 of a length. Gray Velvet is second. Up on the outside, Prairie Storm runs in third, and then Well Noted down at the rail is running in fourth. One Way Love completes the top five. Middlesex Drive is next in sixth, and then it is back to Gray Eagle and Electric Light. The opening quarter of a mile clocked in 23-2, and as they race up the backstretch, it's still Roguish Prince leading the way with Gray Velvet running in second. Well Noted down at the rail is in third. Prairie Storm is dropped back in fourth. One Way Love completes the top five, and then it is Middlesex Drive, who is racing in sixth, about 5 lengths off the lead, and then it is back to Gray Eagle, who is moving closer, and Electric Light continues to trail the field. Halftime was in 47-2, and as they move around the far turn, Well Noted through on the inside of Roguish Prince, a challenge for the lead. On the outside, that is Gray Velvet running in third. Middlesex Drive has moved into the first four. On the outside, One Way Love has dropped back fifth. Electric Light is launching a rally from far back in sixth. They're at the top of the home stretch, and as they make the turn for home, it's Well Noted on the inside with the lead. Up on the outside, that is Roguish Prince. Those two are going stride for stride, and then it is back to Gray Velvet. Middlesex Drive not doing enough from fourth. Inside the final furlong, and Well Noted spurts away from Roguish Prince. It is Well Noted who is going to capture the Hawthorne Juvenile in convincing fashion. Well Noted scores by 8. Roguish Prince second. Gray Velvet third.
Well, I bet you these guys were glad to get back to the barn. Well Noted just runs out of your picture here by 10 lengths. He's by Notebook, a superior off-track bred horse. Elliot Walden is his trainer. He didn't even show up for the race, just sent the groom and his assistant. Shane Laviolette on board, Well Noted. Sent off at 8-1, so nice ticket too, $19.20. Roguish Prince was second. Gray Velvet finished well beaten third. Well Noted, a welcome win at Hawthorne on Saturday. Goes to mile 16th in 1:46 and a 4. All right, from Chicago, let's go down to a little warmer place, Louisiana Downs, where on Sunday afternoon, the Fillies division of the Friendship Stakes, $60,000 guaranteed purse on this race. These are 2-year-old state-bred fillies. Chris Kudelak in Bossier City has the call of the Fillies division of the Friendship.
Yeah, there they go. McKay broke last. Hungarian Wish right up to the front. Gracie's Bet from the outside. Also Cypress City Queen is there with Buck Quester. That's the first 4, and Hixie joins them 5 in a line as they sprint down the backstretch, a gap of 3 back. The Guest List, who's racing along in 6th. Towards the inside, Sweet Crane in 7th. After that, McKay improves up into 8th, followed by Babe Can Dash in 9th, and My Gal Texas and Orbiting Jet, a half mile to run. Towards the inside, Hungarian Wish is right there. Buck Quester in 2nd. Hixie between those horses 3rd. From the outside, Gracie's Bet now 3rd. Hixie shuffled back into 4th. Cypress City Queen in 5th, followed by Sweet Crane in 6th. She is 4th from the front. After that, Guest List to her inside. McKay, they go through the turn. Buck Quester is just in front towards the inside. Hungarian Wish is right there. Cypress City Queen has to circle. She's in 3rd. Hixie comes back on. She takes over 4th, and Sweet Crane swung to the outside. $113,000 on the line, and Buck Quester has first shot at it. She's on the inside. She leads it by a length. Cypress City Queen from the outside sets sails after her in 2nd. Then Hixie, she's in 3rd, but at the furlong pull, it's Buck Quester leading by 2.5. Cypress City Queen trying. She's in 2nd. Hixie along her inside. Hixie may gain 2nd, but at the 16th pull, it's Buck Quester to win the filly division of the Friendship Stakes. Here's the line, and Buck Quester gets home first from Hixie and Cypress City Queen.
Buck Quester, E.J. Perodin in the irons, gets a nice 2-length score, sent off at 3-1 for trainer Tony Ritchie, gets the job done. Hixie claimed foul against the winner. Stewards look at it and said, no, nothing wrong there. Just let the result stand, so Hixie stays in 2nd. Cypress City Queen finishing in the 3rd position. Buck Quester has 6 furlongs in the Friendship Stakes, 1:14 and 3. In Oklahoma at Remington on Sunday afternoon, the Governor's Cup handicap was run at 1 mile and a furlong, $50,000, the guaranteed purse here for older horses. Good race here. Let's take a look. Here's Jim Byers in Oklahoma City with the call of the Governor's Cup.
It's 3/4, 110-1. Vindictive Silence on the inside under pressure. Patrick right there from between. Brush with Pride. 3 wide on the outside. Then Sly Sunrise running in fourth. Through the stretch. Brush with Pride. Patrick. Vindictive Silence on the inside. Brush with Pride slugs it out with a short lead. Patrick is right there. Then Sly Sunrise. It will be Brush with Pride and Ducey in the Governor's Cup.
Brush with Pride sent off the 6-5 favorite and the high weight carrying 118 pounds in the handicap. Doesn't disappoint. Gets the length score. This guy has won 3 in a row now. He won the Classics Day Classic at Remington. He also won the Edmund down there. So on a little bit of a tear is Brush with Pride. Tim Ducey in the irons. Sly Sunrise was second. Patrick finishing in the third spot. 5 horses separated at the wire there by no more than 2 lengths. Excellent run up to the line here in the Governor's Cup with Brush with Pride, the winner in 1:49 seconds flat. All right, Turf Paradise in Phoenix. They had the Queen of the Green handicap on Saturday afternoon. Very delightful day in Arizona on Saturday, unlike some of these other races we've been seeing on the show this week. They're at a flat mile. It's for fillies and mares, and the purse on the Queen of the Green is $50,000 guaranteed monies. Is Gary Ensign in Phoenix with the call.
There they go in the Queen of the Green. Straight sets is going to the front. Isolate in second. Buckaroo Zoo from the far outside hustles up into third. Then Treasure Town between horses in fourth. Plus is fifth. Biltmore Breeze along the rail in sixth. And Isa Bonbon, now fan 4 wide, was the trailer but makes a strong move. And now they're into the turn, and Isolate has the lead, but only by a neck. Right there, Buckaroo Zoo in second, 3 parts of a length. Isa Bonbon is in third. There's a gap of 2. Treasure Town in fourth. Straight sets have dropped back to fifth, about 5 off the lead. Then Plus in sixth, now 6 off the lead, and Biltmore Breeze now appears content to be the trailer. Up the backstretch they go. Buckaroo Zoo now puts the neck in front. Isolate in second. Isa Bonbon right there in third. Then a gap of 2. Treasure Town, a gap of a length and a half. 2 Plus. Biltmore Breeze. Straight sets has dropped all the way back to be the trailer. And a half in 47 flat. And now they're midway around the turn. Isolate continues to lead by a length. Buckaroo Zoo's holding second. Isa Bonbon third now. And 4 wide, but on the move. Here comes the Chilean Bred Plus. And now down the lane they come. Isolate digs in. Treasure Town from the rail. Isa Bonbon on the outside is Plus. Those 4, they're straight across the track. Plus looks the strongest. Treasure Town very gamely second. Plus on the outside gets there. It's Plus to Treasure Town. Plus Treasure Town. Isa Bonbon third.
Plus Chilean Bred with Paulie Atkinson in the irons. Owned by George Strawbridge and trained by Neil Drysdale. I wonder when Jonathan Shepard's going to get this horse. Probably next year, but the horse is going to stay out there, I'm sure, for turf racing. Treasure Town was second. Isa Bonbon finishing in the third spot. Plus gets the 3/4 of a length win at a 6-5 ticket in 1:36 and 4. All right, let's take our second break here. When we come out the break, we've got our action from Bay Meadows on Saturday afternoon, then Hollywood Park Saturday and Sunday, and the Aqueduct action over the Saturday-Sunday period as well. Much more to come. Don't go away. Be right back after these messages.
This is the OTB Television Network.
If you're tired of busy signals, long waits, and even being shut out on your phone-to-bed system, then you might be interested in the new Capital OTB state-of-the-art automated phone-to-bed system. It's a fast, easy operation with double the number of lines available for your use. The new automated number to call is 393-2387. That number again is 393-2387. However, if you still desire operator assistance with courteous and fast, friendly service, call 370-5111. That number again is 370-5111, where your call will be answered in the order it was received with an expanded line capacity. For fast, easy operation of an automated phonobet system, the number is 393-2387. Again, it's 393-2387. For operator assistance, the number is 370-5111. That's 370-5111. Join the Capital OTB phonobet system today.
On Saturday afternoon in San Mateo, we had 2-year-olds going postward in the Cal Juvenile Stakes at a flat mile. It's a $100,000 guaranteed race, and more rain in Northern California in the slop. Let's take a look. Here's Paul Allen picking them up around the clubhouse turn up the backstretch at Bay Meadows.
And King Sluey continues to tug along the other 5. King Sluey still by a neck. Power Game in second by a length and a half. Then it's Champ Star. I Am Busy as the orange colors. 3 lengths out of it. The pace is reasonable. Classic Cat is traveling up beautifully for Stevens, just to the outside of I Am Busy. Sun's Corona is last and King Sluey is first. And it's halftime in the California Juvenile. And King Sluey has made every pole a winning one so far. Power Game right at his throat. Champ Star makes it 3 in a line with 3/8 to go. Then it's Classic Cat. I Am Busy shuffled back. He's 5 out now. Then it's Sun's Corona. Round about the quarter pole in the 33rd California Juvenile. Champ Star puts the nose in front. Power Game between them. King Sluey at the rail. And here comes Classic Cat and Stevens on the outside. They head for home in the Juvenile. And King Sluey is still leading. Champ Star is next. Classic Cat is third. Then we come to Sun's Corona. King Sluey is still spotless. Cap to boot, and he's gone. King Sluey and Ron Warren Jr. have stolen the California Juvenile, and it's King Sluey romping to victory. King Sluey scores.
King Sluey, 5-length score. Ronnie Warren Jr. on board gets the victory. This horse just rolls home, loving the slop. Look at that guy's stride out there. He's inhaling this stuff. He's a Washington bred, 2-year-old Washington bred by the stallion Sloodly-Doo. Okay. King Sluey, Classic Cat was second. Champ Star finishing in the 3rd spot. Jerry Hollendorfer, the Dorf, trainer of King Sluey, as he wins the Cal Juvenile in 1:36.3. And man, was he handling that off going. Wow. All right, at Hollywood Park on Saturday, the grass back for the Flawlessly handicap at a mile, $75,000. The added purse on the Flawlessly. We've got fillies and mares going postward. Let's take a look. Here's Luke Krybosh in Inglewood describing the race.
Door acting up, off and running in the Flawlessly. It's a good start with Just Looking on the inside, heading straight to the front. Dixie Pearl flashing some speed. Wheatley Special and Generadora moving up 4 deep to the outside. An Idealistic Cause and Victorian Style. Banking around the first turn. Just Looking goes clear by 2. Generadora inching up a clear-cut second. Wheatley Special third by a neck. Dixie Pearl tucked in racing fourth. Idealistic Cause 4.5 lengths off the lead. And Victorian Style under a nice hold at the back of the pack. Strung out heading up the back stretch. 23 and 4 for the quarter. Just Looking takes him along by 2. Generadora racing a clear-cut second. Wheatley Special third by half a length. Dixie Pearl with 4 to make up now. Then Idealistic Cause and Victorian Style at the back of the pack. 6 lengths off the lead through the opening quarter. 23 and 4. The half 47 and 3/5 seconds. Just Looking steals away to lead by a 3 to Generadora. Wheatley Special third. Dixie Pearl moving through an opening on the inside. Then Idealistic Cause, and from the back of the pack, Victorian Style starting to bunch up into the far turn. Just Looking leads it by a length and a half. Wheatley Special racing second. Idealistic Cause sweeping up on the far outside. Dixie Pearl looking for a seam to come through, and Victorian Style starts to rev up from the back of the pack, turning for home. Just Looking leads the way by 1. Idealistic Cause coming on fast, and Victorian Style motoring on the extreme outside. Victorian Style coming fast on Just Looking. Just Looking digging in gamely. Idealistic Cause trying to surge by. Just Looking hanging on to win.
All right, we got the head on here for you. Idealistic Cause and Just Looking get into a little bump and run here. Actually, it's Just Looking that is the perpetrator here with Paulie Atkinson on board Just Looking. As you see there, as they come down the stretch, veers out sharply, impeding Idealistic Cause. Stewards looked at it, and because of the drifting, they DQ Just Looking from the head victory to second, and place Idealistic Cause and Nakatani as your winner of the Flawlessly. Victorian Style remains the show horse, unaffected by the actions of Just Looking. So Idealistic Cause gets a little bit of a ideal gift here in the form of victory in the Flawlessly, as she goes the mile on the grass in a minute, 36 seconds flat. All right, Sunday afternoon, we had the Arkong Handicap for our older horses as the featured race. It's 100 grander at a mile and a 16th. Again, here's Luke with the call.
All set. Off and running in the Arkong. It's a perfect start. Semaran hustled away from the outside. Scores Quick is flashing the best speed, and Score Quick takes a short lead. But Semaran will match strides with him around the first turn. Flick comes away third to the inside. Larry the Legend just 3 off the pace in fourth, a gap of 3. Farther back to Flick with Refinado Tom. Behind that comes Winter Quarters, and at the back of the pack is Prepo. Through the opening quarter mile, a contested one, 22 and 3. Score Quick throttled down by Matt Garcia. Has the neck in front with Semaran pressing him hard from the outside in second. Gap of 3 back to Larry the Legend racing third by ahead, and Refinado Tom hugs the rail. It's 3 farther back to Flick, and a gap of 5 to Winter Quarters, who's got 10 to make up. Prepo a dozen off the pace at the back of the pack. Midway up the backstretch they go. Half mile cut out in 46 and 1/5 seconds. Score Quick striding clear by 2. Semaran now backpedaling in second. Refinado Tom moves through on the inside. Larry the Legend going with him. A gap of 2 farther back to Flick. It's 5 back to Winter Quarters, and now Prepo starting to roll with 8 to make up. Round the far turn, Score Quick in front by 1. Refinado Tom, Larry the Legend starts to rev up now. Flick just 3 off the pace. Winter Quarters coming fast between rivals, and Prepo now cranks it up from the back of the pack. At the top of the lane, they're bunching up. Score Quick is still there. Winter Quarters, Prepo sweeping around the whole field, and Refinado Tom into the shot on the inside. Winter Quarters short lead with Flick, and Prepo bearing down the center of the racetrack. Prepo coming fast on long shot. Winter Quarters a neck to Prepo. Prepo wearing him down. Prepo surging in the final strides, and Prepo gets up to win.
Hey, here's Prepo. Ron McAnally had this guy winning at Bay Meadows earlier this year in the William P. Kine Handicap. Then got pretty daring and ran the horse against Skipaway, you remember, in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, and the horse was eased. I guess Ron used that for a prep for this race, because here comes Prepo and gets the head victory with Alex Solis in the iron, sent off at 5-2. Winter Quarters thought he had it won, just could not hang on as Prepo ran Winter Quarters down in the last couple of jumps to get the victory. Winter Quarters has to settle for second. Flick, who really impeded Larry the Legend there, and Larry the Legend all but eased in the race. Another tough luck move here for Craig Lewis's comeback story. Flick, the stewards looked at it, but they said no, just racing luck, and Flick gets to remain in third. I saw it differently, but nonetheless, there's the result, as Flick remains your show finisher, and Larry the Legend hopefully will be okay and will be able to race on again. But it is Prepo for the win in the Arkong, as he goes the mile and a 16th in 1:43 and 2. Okay, to New York on Saturday afternoon through a driving rainstorm. We had the Stuyvesant Handicap at a mile and a furlong for our older horses. It's 100 grander. Here's Tom Durkin in New York with the call.
And they're off. Concerto and Delay of Game sent to the lead by Jean-Luc Samine, and they outsprint them into the turn. It's Delay of Game in front. Concerto is second on the outside in the early going, and Mr. Sinatra is away third. Golden Larch, 3 wide in the early going, running along in fourth. Regal Discovery is fifth. Down inside, it's Black Forest racing in 6, Fortitude and Max Oscar at the back of the pack as Delay of Game takes the field into the backstretch, running willingly in front of Concerto by length. The opening quarter went in 23 4/5 seconds. It's Delay of Game in front, shadowed by Concerto. Concerto running well in the early going. Has got a 2-length advantage over the third horse, Golden Larch. Mr. Sinatra's fourth. He's now about 5.5 lengths from the lead. Then Regal Discovery, Max Oscar, Black Forest at the rail, and Fortitude at the back of the pack. The opening half mile in 47 3/5 seconds. The pace a strong one with Delay of Game continuing to carry the field along in front by length. His shadow so far has been Concerto. 2.5 lengths back, and there goes Mr. Sinatra now. Mr. Sinatra makes his move as they enter the fire turn. He's still 3.5 lengths from the lead. Golden Larch is under a drive, but gaining no ground. On the far outside, there goes Regal Discovery moving up, and Black Forest is splitting horses. Coming to the top of the stretch, it's still Delay of Game. Delay of Game continues to resist the challenges of Concerto. Black Forest is third. Mr. Sinatra's dropped back to fourth. At the top of the stretch, Delay of Game streaking toward the 8th pole at the lead. He's got something left. Delay of Game running a huge race this afternoon, pulling away from Concerto. Farther back, Mr. Sinatra and Black Forest. It's all Delay of Game. The upset winner of the Stuyvesant. He rambles home to a convincing 5.5 length win.
Delay of Game sent off at 20 to 1. Ding! $38.40 here. Jean-Luc Samin in the irons by 5. Loved that sloppy going. Rusty Arnold had this guy ready. Said, go to the front, Jean-Luc, and don't look back. He was third in the Kentucky Sprint back in '96 down at Turfway Park. And now here he is, well over a year later, stretching out and winning a stake in New York on the front end. Concerto. George Steinbrenner's horse is second best here. And Mr. Sinatra has his win streak snapped for Gasper. The best he can do is finishing third. So you have to say the track really played havoc with this field. Delay of Game loved it, though, as he goes the mile and a furlong in 1:47 3. And Mr. Sinatra at 6 to 5 was singing the blues. All right, Sunday afternoon, the New York Stallion Series races was run. The New York 2-year-old Colts and Fillies. First up, we'll take a look at the fillies in the Great White Way. These are the Colts, I should say. Keep getting these two mixed up. The Colts go first in the Great White Way. 6 furlongs. It's $100,000, the estimated purse on the race. Here's John Imbrial. He's in the announce booth this past Sunday. He's got the call of the Great White Way.
And they're off. My Billy on the rail for the lead. Mellow Roll came away in second. Up Ross is third. Then Simon's Rock and Diplomatic Corps. My Billy has the lead by a little more than a length. Mellow Roll, the big favorite, is second. Simon's Rock, the gray, gains on the rail. Up Ross is next in Diplomatic Corps. My Billy has the lead here by 3/4 of a length. Mellow Roll runs in second. Up Ross races third. Diplomatic Corps now fourth, and Simon's Rock is back in fifth. First quarter, 22 4. They're midway around the turn. My Billy continues to show the way. The lead here is a length. Mellow Roll is second by 3.5. Then Up Ross and Diplomatic Corps as they turn for home, and My Billy is trying to pull off the upset here. Mellow Roll now to challenge on the outside. It's My Billy and Mellow Roll takes the lead. My Billy on the inside is second. Farther back, Up Ross is third. A 16th to the wire, and Mellow Roll leads now by 4 lengths. My Billy is second. Mellow Roll takes it by 5.5.
The distinctive pro 2-year-old trained by Todd Fletcher is on a New York roll. Frankie Lovato Jr. on board once again. Sent off at 1 to 9 and rolls home by 5. 5 lifetime wins out of 7 starts. This guy is your 2-year-old New York-bred champion colt for 1997, and boy, it looks like he's got a future. My Billy tried hard to upset, but no match in the final strides there, finishing in the place spot. Up Ross, finishing in the show position. Mellow rolls 6 furlongs in 1:11.1. Very, very nice sprinting state bred there is Mellow Roll. All right, the fillies turn to go postward in the Fifth Avenue division of the New York Stallion Series. Again, 3/4, 100,000 estimated purse money. And again, here's John describing the race.
And they're off. Dance with the Bride out for the lead. Gina Marie came away in second. Pink Ibis on the inside in third. Then Alicia's Fast Foe in fourth. Shelving Rock is fifth. Souffle, Biagio's Baby, Terravina, and Teresa the Teacher all together. A gap of 5 back to Rhinestone Dewey in 10th. It's Dance with the Bride, joined on the inside now by Pink Ibis. Dance with the Bride has the lead. Pink Ibis is running in second. The first quarter in 22-2. Then it's Alicia's Fast Foe. Terravina has gained on the outside. Gina Marie is next. Gap of 5 to Biagio's Baby in 6th. Shelving Rock is 7th. Then Souffle, followed by Rhinestone Dewey and Teresa the Teacher. They're at the head of the stretch. Dance with the Bride has a 4-length lead. Pink Ibis runs in second. Biagio's Baby gains on the outside as they come for the 8th pole. Dance with the Bride trying to take them wire to wire, and she's in front by 4.5 lengths. Then it's Pink Ibis and Biagio's Baby. It will be Dance with the Bride to win it. Pink Ibis holds second. Biagio's Baby was third.
Dance with the Bride. She wires this field. A Belong to Me 2-year-old state bred. Turf to dirt angle here. We last saw her in the Miss Grillo where she only got beat a length even though she finished 5th. Cornelio Velasquez gets the job done for trainer Gary Gullo as Dance with the Bride, sent off at 2-1, is the easy winner of the Fifth Avenue division of our Stallion Series. Pink Ibis will be the second filly under the line. Biagio's Baby finishing in the show spot. Dance with the Bride goes her 6 furlongs in 1:11.3. Okay, that takes care of all of the replay action. Let's get into our notes department, see what's coming up this week. The Japan Cup, their big $1 million race, actually $2.6 million. The U.S. dollar amount on the race will be run on Sunday of this weekend. Will be without, for the first time, a U.S. participant, or the first time in several years, a U.S. participant. Val's Prince, who was received an invitation, has elected not to go. We should see Alicio and Pilsudski, however, competing over there in Japan against at least 7 of Japan's leading turf runners, and no, Taki Blizzard will not be competing in the Japan Cup this year. Back here in North America, we'll look at the Valley Stream and the Huntington Stakes down in New York, and the Red Smith at 1 3/8 on the grass, we hope. Out on the West Coast in Southern California, we've got the Political Ambition handicap for the older horses, the On Trust state bred race up at Golden Gate Field, and the Arco Blue handicap for state breds. Taking a look at the Churchill Downs races, the Mrs. Revere Stakes is on the card for this Saturday afternoon. Then at the Meadowlands, the New Jersey Futurity, the Chief Pennakeck, and the Creme Fraiche will be run. Sprinters in the Light the Fuse down in Maryland, and they're going a route of ground in the Congressional. Probably see Windsox in that one. And then down at Calder, the Meckie Stakes, I should say, on the grass. What else? And the Hollywood Wildcat Stakes for the gals. So it rounds up the week this coming. Also this past weekend, on a very sad note, as we were airing on Thursday and Saturday of last week, of course, the news that Eddie Arcaro, the master and the most widely known jockey in the history of this sport, passed away due to complications set in by liver cancer at the age of 81 down in Miami, and tributes all this past week throughout the industry regarding the feats performed by our Caro. Just think, you know, we always want to compare jocks from yesteryear to this year, or ball players from yesteryear to this year. What he would have amassed in earnings if he was riding now with these inflated purses the past 10, 15 years or so. Amazing what he accomplished back when racing was truly king of sports back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, until his retirement in 1961. We don't and never will see a rider of his ilk. In fact, the jockey colony of today, with the exception of probably your Pincayes and McCarrans and Pat Day, and maybe now to a lesser part Jerry Bailey and Gary Stevens and Mike Smith, but none can compare with the Caros, the Shoemakers, Pincayes, Velasquez, Baeza, Valenzuela of the years going by. So a legend, thoroughbred racing, gone at the age of 81, and he was indeed, as they say, the master. Well, I hate to end on a somber note, but that's the business as it is for this week. So, as always, stay tuned right here to your OTB TV radio network station, where you get the most complete coverage in thoroughbred racing. Till next week, Jack Wolfseed here. So long, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Big Sky Chester is retreating, and Awad the field moving into the far turn. It's still Bucks Boy, the 35-1 leader as they round the far turn. Has been trying to get by Bucks Boy as they approach the top of the stretch. Here comes third, and Chief Bearheart finding his best stride. He's on the outside fourth. Forger right there and behind a wall of horses. At the top of the stretch, it is still Bucks Boy. Here comes down Forger trying to come on through, and Canada's Chief Bearheart charging on the outside. Flag down in between horses. Chief Bearheart and Forger flying. Here's the line. Chief Bearheart has won.
The Pride of Ontario, Canada, Chief Bearheart victorious in the turf under Jose Santos for trainer Mark Brostad. 3 and 4/5, a new Breeders' Cup record for the turf. Along that is a big one on the end, $4.4 million Breeders' Cup Classic. 3-year-olds and up at 1.25 miles. Giveaway, the 9-5 favorite. Second choice, number 5, Touch Gold at 5.
Of the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's Skip Away. He came out in stride with there. Honor Glide and Deputy Commander right up there. And those fours traffic trouble early for Touch Gold. 4 of them moving into the clubhouse together. From the rail out, it's Skip Away, Honor Glide, Deputy Commander, Whiskey Wisdom on out there. High Blizzard in behind the lead. Running in fourth. Then 70 fifth. Barrett wide into the turn 6. Touch Gold is running in 7th, trying to take hold of the track here. He's about 7 or 8 lengths from the lead. It's a break of another 5 back to Dottie, who's coming from off the pace today, and they make their way into the backstretch. Deputy Commander and Honor Glide sharing the lead. The quarter is 22 and 2/5 seconds. Torrid pace early. Touch Gold on the outside, and Skip Away looks to come on through and split horses. An early move by Skip Away to the front. Skip Away is the leader. The opening half mile in 46 and 1/5 seconds. It's Skip Away taking charge midway down the backstretch, and he strides away from Deputy Commander by 2.5 lengths. Whiskey Wisdom running third with the half mile to go. Touch Gold is fourth on the outside. Chris McCarron gives him a nudge, but in the meantime, Skip Away with a powerhouse performance here. He is pulling away on the turn to a 4.5 length lead. Deputy Commander is second by 4. Whiskey Wisdom running in third. Downey is racing in fourth. Touch Gold not today. He's plummeting to the back of the pack. In the meantime, there's Skip Away in command of the Classic as they turn for home. A 4.5 length lead. Deputy Commander is in a complete full-out drive. He's second. Whiskey Wisdom is third. Downey is fourth. The others powerful wake of an awesome performance in the Classic. It is Skip Away who crushed the opposition today. He wins by 5 1/2.
Trained by her husband, Sonny, Skip Away makes a devastating 5/8 mile run under Mike Smith. He annihilates him in the Classic. Final time, 1:59 flat. A good effort by Deputy Commander. He was beaten by a half dozen lengths in today's pick six. 115 winners had better than $16,400. The fives at 150. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, racing fans. I'm Bob Bennett, no computer expert, but even I can use the CompuRace system. With CompuRace, all you need is a basic personal computer or a laptop, and we will deliver exciting thoroughbred racing right to your home. We will bring you 2 CDs every week with a full week's racing action. Need to see a race? Simply insert the CompuRace disc and click on the mouse. For the price of a daily $5 exacta box,